How we doing? I hope you're doing just as fabulous as I am right now. It's 11:25 on a fabulous Monday night, and I, for one, can say that I'm absolutely exhausted. In an ideal world, the day wouldn't start until, at least 2 p.m. And of course, today, we had to get up at 6. Small sacrifices one makes as such. Let me just throw this out there and say that I've never done anything like this before at all. I am not an antisocial person. I do have friends, and I certainly hope you'll get to meet some of them over the course of time. I am doing this for a class that is examining the various different discourses that people communicate in, the different discourses that people act in, depending on their company, such like that. Right now, it's a very different discourse indeed, not talking to a real person, but talking to a, black thing with a green light on top of it that is, sitting across from me, and, watching myself gesticulate on my computer monitor, but trying not to, because, I hate for people to think I'm vain, it's a losing battle. I'm trying to think here. I mean, my name is, I'm not stupid enough to put my name out where, random strangers can get at it, although it's not that hard to figure out. You just sort of have to put together the clues. But you'll know me as Flamingo Noir. It's good stuff right there. It's sort of a subversive genre that's known only by me, as things are. And essentially what I'm trying to talk about is, I have a long list that I can't find, but issues of beauty, issues of truth, issues of knowledge. Frankly, I think I'm the embodiment of all three of these, if not more. But, hate to take myself too seriously, I'm greatly looking forward to discussing things as time goes on. I think it'll be fantastic. A little bit about me, I guess. I'm a student at a liberal arts school in Vermont, studying sort of a creative blend of the dramatic process and the education process and how those sort of tie together. And I'm also employed as a middle manager at a retail pharmacy. It's absolutely thrilling, I can assure you. It's definitely enriched my life in so many ways. As you might be able to tell, I have a little bit of a thing for flamingos going, hence the Flamingo Noir. I think it's a good thing to be, If someone wants to describe your aesthetic, don't use a term that people know before. Say, I adhere to the Flamingo Noir movement. I surround myself with, flamingos and glitter and sort of lounge around in dark, smoky rooms. It's really the thing to do. I don't know why more people haven't picked up on this. So it goes. I don't think I can really discuss that much tonight. It's been a long day. You know how those are. But I'm certainly hoping over the period of time to get some interesting people in here, have some interesting conversations about, the current events that we face in our world, and have some serious conversations, have some not so serious conversations. If I took myself seriously all the time, I'd be a very, very, very unhappy person. And, one of the reasons why I'm starting this thing up, hey, I can spend quality time talking to myself, looking at myself, it's good stuff. It's good stuff, and essentially being an exhibitionist and a voyeur at the same time. I'm displaying myself to the general public, and people are watching me as well. And I think that's part of a really interesting social phenomenon that I'm really uncomfortable with personally. And maybe I can discuss that quickly, before much else happens. Never really thought about that too much until a year or so ago, over a year ago. I was dating this girl who, seemed really concerned, more concerned than most people about, how she was perceived, what people thought of her, and went to elaborate lengths to really, you know, further this image that she had, and that she wasn't. She was really living a lie, and it was a very tragic thing. I'm not hung up over this, so to speak. Personally, I think it's interesting. It was an interesting sociological experience in so many levels. And it brings me to think, okay, with the advent of internet technology, with the advent of social networking technology, I think we're really entering a very disturbing trend where we're not meeting people, we're meeting people, but we're not meeting people in the way that we used to meet people. That's not disturbing, on the very basic level. I think the disturbing thing is that instead of being ourselves, we're marketing ourselves. And I mean that, in this sort of anonymous world, we can be anything we want to be. We can sell up our strengths, and we can, sort of downplay our weaknesses in a way that, is dishonest, and it's not intentionally dishonest, but by doing this, we're commodifying ourselves, and I think it's a very, very, very disturbing trend. That's not to say in the least that I am somebody who's not hung up in my public image. That doesn't mean that I don't care how people perceive me. I do greatly, and I probably care more than most people. I probably care more than I should, or more than what's healthy. But you've got to really take everything with a grain of salt, or in some cases a salt mine. It's an issue of very deep concern, and one of my greatest fears is that, moving forward as technology advances, we as individuals will start taking more and more and more cues from advertisers and marketers in our everyday social interactions. And what does the world become then? It becomes a global marketplace. We're not people anymore, we're commodities. And are we bought, or are we rejected? Do we sit on the inventory shelves forever? I don't know. I don't know what's going to come of it. I'm not going to spend too much time worrying about it, because I know it's just sort of a change in the social fabric that I myself personally can't affect. But coming into this, that's how I think that it's going to be really interesting and how it's going to play out. I really wish that I had other than, things I wish I had. Okay, let's see. Albino peacock feather capes, rhinestone-studded cowboy boots, let's see, an Audi convertible, a bunch of beautiful people fanning me with feathers and feeding me fruit, because they always say you are what you eat, that was cheap. This is more than a wish list, but tonight I wish I had a greater sense of where I'm going for here, and hopefully I'll be able to update this weekly. My goal is to have more people engaging in conversation, and also when I don't, to have more of a script so I'm not rambling on like I am tonight. But at least you get to look at a beautiful face, and look at some beautiful flamingos and a really, kind of ordinary picture of a coffee mug. I really don't like those two little things that come out of it. They're kind of creepy. Oh, and that's a broom standing in the corner. I have a car, but a broom is faster. Yeah. I'm a funny guy. Yeah. Well, seeing as I don't really have anything meaningful to say, I'm not going to keep rambling, but I hope that, in the coming weeks we'll be able to get a lot more interesting. This is the last time you'll ever see me wearing an outfit that's this boring. But, I really got to do laundry. What can I say? And hopefully I'll see you again soon. You take care now.